Can men and women be cool? Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my page. Peacefully Real. So I see this conversation going on a lot, and I've had to participate in the conversation myself. And I understand everybody has a different perspective on it, but I think one of the main things is understanding our own individual experiences. And for me, um, I've always had um, friendships with male cousins, male partners, in all of my stages of life. When I was growing up, I was super close with my cousin Charles. And even as we have grown up and, have, you know, adjusted into adulthood, and are living our lives, separately, far from each other, um, we still connect. And the foundation of our close relationship as little kids has translated into us still having a love and respect for one another as adults. Um, and even me coming up in, elementary, middle school, high school, college, law school, um, I have, people along the way, men and women, who I have, you know, um, built meaningful, um, platonic relationships with. And I'm really not the type of person that has like a lot of people around me. I take my relationships very, very seriously. And so if I have you, in my life, in a very kind of close capacity, that's because you have really showed me who you are. And I believe your character is strong, and I have a lot of respect for you, and you reciprocate the respect that I require. I want to send a shout out. I want to send a shout out to uh, my brother Roro. I want to send a shout out to my partner L. I want to send a shout out to G Funk, and I want to send a shout out to Ham Pat. Them are some of the coolest, down to earth, respectful partners that I have built relationships with over the years. Like, I'm talking, one of them been my partner since we was in sixth grade. And it ain't been nothing but respect and love. Um, I am, very mindful of how a lot of people, view men and women relationships, and I think that has a lot to do with their experiences and how they view relationships. Um, and I think if you have never experienced having a platonic relationship with a woman, that it had nothing to do with a sexual relationship or a romantic relationship, that's something that you missed out on, and I understand why you couldn't see, a man and a woman being friends, and it being simply that, just friends. And I think, I think that's it, unfortunate too, to think that friendship is very gender specific, and to sexualize and romanticize a relationship simply because the parties are two different genders. Sometimes I think that can be unfair and false, and can cause unnecessary problems because of, another person's projections. I even had a cousin who I was super cool with, had a very, cool relationship with, and the woman he was dealing with took issue with it. Like, what did she think I was doing with my grandma's brother's son? Like, God please. But yeah, there was a insecurity there with her. She was uh probably not understanding why he was able to hang out with me in ways that he probably wasn't hanging out with her. And to me, that's a her problem. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a me problem. That ain't a him problem. Well, maybe it's a him problem because why they didn't have a friendship established like that. Which is why that's very important for me. You got to be my partner to be my husband. But you know what I'm saying, to be at the end of somebody, making my relationship with my cousin something other than cousins being cool was just super super weird. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. So some situations I just truly could never relate to and understand. Um, and I also think that, when you are in a position where you are the friend and your friendship consisted of things that were romantic, sexual, transactional. You know what I'm saying? That it was not a platonic friendship. I understand that could lead you to believe that's how everybody move, but that's really, not the case. Um, for, everybody. And projection is just that. Projection is your reality that you project on someone else that could be a false accusation, not represent who they are as a person, how they move, simply because that's how you move. Um, if you have not ever had um, the chance to experience having a platonic friendship that uh, was based on respect, genuine friendship, and people having personality and character that mesh well, you won't understand that. Especially if you just have not been in spaces where these type of things, were kind of, even nurtured. You know, like even, like being in law school and having that experience, uh, like the stress of it, having people understand, uh, what you enduring, being able to relate to that, studying together, talking about things, sharing personal life experiences while dealing with this life changing event. All these people coming from different stages of life, second career, classmates, people who you may have never crossed paths with, you know what I'm saying? Being able to come together and, form bonds, like that's dope. Like that's not something that has to be a negative thing. Um, and also takes away from uh the the character of the person that you would be dealing with, because trust is necessary. And when you are bothered by the friendships that another person has, you have to stop and ask yourself, um, do I trust this person enough to respect our relationship, and do I trust this person enough um, where I can trust that if there's any issues that could be a problem in our relationship, can I trust this person to address it? And you know what I'm saying? If the answer is no, the answer is no. And I get it. But if the answer is yes, then what's the problem? Um, Other than anticipating and stirring up emotions unnecessarily. Um, I'm not an insecure woman. I'm not somebody who immediately sees uh, a problem or immediately sees a potential issue. I look at things based on what it is. And if I get the background of a situation and, what I'm saying, like, it ain't nothing. Until I see, that there is an issue, then we'll address it from there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not somebody who automatically believes that there is a problem, and I'm also not somebody who misses much. And sometimes I do speak on things, to be honest. Uh, but it's a lot of times I don't say nothing. I digest the information and I store it up for when it's necessary for me to, to bring it up and address it. But um, just to, automatically assume situations are an issue just because um, it's easy to assume that. Like, I don't do that, especially being somebody who can relate to certain situations. And I also understand situations where women be running around here calling folks their brother and doing all this there, and they done messed around with each other. That ain't me. I don't have that experience. I don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, if it's anybody who I'm super cool with like that, that's somebody who I could literally bring around my husband, and my husband would be able to peep the scene. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think that every case is deserving of a non-biased evaluation. you know, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that just to assume that anybody who you associate with simply because it's another gender doesn't mean there's a romantic interest or an intention, for sex. I don't agree with that at all. And then I also think that it also is um, a level of uh, it can be a bit insulting as well to make it seem like somebody is not able to discern when somebody is dealing with them and what intentions somebody has with them. There has never been a man who's had an interest in me who did not make it clear. And the people who do uh, know me well enough to know that I am very straightforward. And ain't no way anybody been wanting to talk to me for 30 something years now and ain't said nothing, thinking that it's a possibility that they just need to wait another decade to get me. They already know I ain't going. And you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody waiting on me like that. Ain't I don't even talk to nobody for them to be waiting on me like that. Like, now. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it's straight up platonic friendships full of respect. And I'm grateful for them. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's less about the gender and more about that character and that personality. You know what I'm saying? There's some women who I don't want to be cool with. It's some women that you know what I'm saying, I done seen some of my partners dating and was like, what you doing with her? Why would you do that? What's appealing about them? You know what I'm saying? But it ain't because I want them. It's because I wouldn't even hang with that broad. So I can't believe you dating her. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just some things I think just boil down to having respect for people and trusting who you dealing with to have a love for you, a high regard for you, and to be mindful of things that they say and do to protect you and protect your feelings. And if you feel like you with somebody who wouldn't do that for you, why you with them? You know what I'm saying? Why would you be with somebody who you feel like you couldn't trust to be real with you when your back turned? Like, I wouldn't fool with nobody who I feel like I couldn't trust if I want around. That's what's important. I want to know that you gonna hold me down. You know what I'm saying, when I ain't around. And if I can't trust, if what's the point of that? Trust is literally, that's what that's about, is being able to trust that you're gonna act right when I ain't looking. You know what I'm saying? And I would just hope that would be, reciprocated. But what I'm saying, I understand the dynamics of things shift when have new relationships, and there are adjustments you got to make. I understand that. And I understand, like, if dealing with a woman, and what I'm saying, she done got in a relationship and she's still coming to you for money, and what's she giving you in return for that bread? You know what I'm saying? If y'all have always had a transactional relationship, how does that transactional relationship shift when one of y'all get in a relationship? Well, when she got in a relationship, it's continued. So is it supposed to continue when you get in the relationship? Or is that when it's going to get cut off? So I understand when people who move like that associate everybody else's situations to that. But that ain't the case. I ain't never been the type of woman who was in a relationship and playing build a man. What I couldn't get over here, I was over here searching for over here. Nah, I don't do that. If I'm in a committed relationship, it's because I have all my needs met. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, quite frankly, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing to be dealing with a dude and then have to still go and holler at another dude about something. Like, that's embarrassing. Especially if that dude ain't your daddy. Like, and that's even more embarrassing, quite frankly, because, like, shoot, like, you still need to come home and holler at me and you over there laid up with that man? Like, that's actually worse. But, you know what I'm saying? If it's a platonic situation and, you know what I'm saying, it just, that's what it is. But, again, I understand the dynamic shifting, and some relationships do have to, come to an end. But I definitely think that sometimes people do a lot of projection and assuming, and making things way worse than what they are, and turning innocent situations into something unnecessarily. Um, and I'm just grateful that I have had the opportunity just to have genuine people have a real love and respect for me. And I hope that everybody gets to experience that, having people, what I'm saying, really care about you regardless of your gender. Like, healthy relationships are a dope thing. And being able to have friends that, really looking out for you, and have a concern for your well-being, like, that don't come often. You know what I'm saying? And I just think you ought not downplay it or make it a negative thing. But at the end of the day, everything requires its own evaluation, and um, I think that like I said, it boils down to trust and respect. So, what y'all think? Y'all think that men and women just cannot be cool and have a platonic relationship without somebody having a secret crush or a sexual desire? And like, even if that is the case, like, what difference does it make if one person ain't going? You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of sexual assault, how you gonna force somebody to participate, in a relationship with you that they ain't interested in having? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't force your way out the friend zone. And like, okay, go to jail. Like, I ain't worth it. Like, I ain't worth going to jail for. I'm telling you now. But yeah, yeah, tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that it is possible for men and women to be cool? Or do y'all think that every man who's cool with a woman is silently waiting for the opportunity to put his pole in her hole? And how long do y'all really be dedicating to that mission? Because at some point, when you gonna give up, baby? Cause I ain't no way people waiting around decades. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, baby. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And share my page, Peacefully Real.